Fortunate, we are all agreeing that we have a problem amidst us. So the status quo is that we have this heavy giant called the corruption amidst us. And now, the discomfort and the perplexing nature that you are seeing amongst the plenary is drawn from the fact that, number one, the government, much as the head of state, is saying that we have units, we have anti-corruption, you have the IG and all that do the auditing and some other things. But they do not, most of the times, implement what they are speaking about. So we are having a trouble with the implementation. Now, moving forward, what do we need to do? We need to look at things like education awareness and sensitization. We need to inculcate such anti-corruption programs in our education system. Like for us at the Mighty School of Education, we need to say that now we need some education policies to be incorporated in the curricula.
To start with, it starts with us. We've had youth parliament. What has it done to the cause of fighting corruption? We might be here arguing, saying our leaders, but even us as the youth parliament, I have not had any youth leader do something about this. It starts with the guild president, Mr. Nsamba, listening to our views and our problems and being able to stand with us and help us deal with them. Anyway, away from that, if I were president, or if I were elected president, the first thing I would do is fire all ministers and MPs, because without any apologies and apologetic, no one has done anything for us. It starts with our leaders making these ministers and members of parliament more comfortable by giving them more cars and more allowances than working on hospitals. They are more concerned about, you cannot tell me you are having units that fight corruption when the units you're having or the people that you're having, you are making them more comfortable to make us suffer than making us comfortable, because I'm giving you more cars. If you're sick, I'll take you to Kenya. You're worked on. I was so disturbed by the Prime Minister during the Chitezi instance when the people were telling her about their problems, the people they've lost their property, and she's making fun of it. And she's laughing about it because she knows she has a mansion that she'll go to after. Therefore, if they cannot listen to us in a nice way, if they cannot listen to us in a nice way, I promise you, we shall still march to Parliament, and we shall still get more creative with our peaceful, in capital letters, peaceful protests. So it's up to them to listen to us, or we shall get more creative and we shall still march to Parliament.
It goes down to a question of meritocracy. You see, everyone is talking about what is being done, but who does these things and who selects them? You see, it is very unfair that the people in important positions are not voted by the public. For example, ministers, the Minister of Finance, all ministers, prime ministers, are not voted by the general populace, which is not a problem because these are ideologies that way back from the 1800s. A famous writer in Woodrow Wilson spoke about trying to separate bureaucracy from politics, but unfortunately it is impossible. Our dear Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, besides deliberating about administrative issues, we would literally request that you advocate for students. These are students that study ethics, students that are meritable when it comes to serving people, because we are being taught, unless we are being taught to leave university and get back to the streets. But these jobs, these positions belong to people that are meritable. Makerere University, being a premier university, in the long run gets 2, 3, 4, 5 students that serve the nation. Why are we being educated and we can't be given jobs that we're qualifying for? It should be a dialogue between you and the people that are in charge of these things. You have people, we have an entire course unit of ethics in public administration. My class is full of maybe 150 students that do the day class, but I'm sure maybe 1 or 2, and out of technical know-how will get these jobs. Kindly, let's take it back to technical know-how rather than technical know-how. Maybe that way we can serve the country best.
When a student is giving me the basic answers, I must give full marks. Why are we here? Someone was saying, fish start rotting from the head. Let us leave this small elementary thing of saying corruption start with you, me, family, one. The basic thing is that let us concentrate on the government. And the reason why corruption exists in this Uganda, in particular, is just because we lack economic transformation. Because someone is giving 5 million to buy a job for 500, does not know the value of 5 million. And now my question goes to the people in front, and I should ask it in this way. What are some of the basic and fundamental procedures that this country has so far done to ensure there is economic transformation? Even we have seen government bringing project, and this money is just like something people are saying, Museveni has given us money. The government has given us this money. Youth livelihood project has been there, it has done nothing. PDM is still running there, people are enjoying. Others, I even know they are still coming. So when we don't transform this country, we are going nowhere. The last one, look at Kampala. You call it a capital city. But I am an economics. In the context of development, Kampala is a very beautiful village. Look at some of the things that are being done here. And you call it a capital city. People are here confessing, when you go to Gulu, Mbarara, Jinya, they are beautiful than Kampala. Why? Because of corruption.
Of late, we had ladies go to the parliament naked. That was too much. Honestly, it was too much. And everybody was giving attention to the fact that these ladies went naked in public. We did not give attention to the fact that they felt so pushed. I wouldn't want to get my nudes or my body seen by the public. But we need to look at what pushes me to the wall to get my body opened to the public. People are angry. We are angry. Doctor, please, Okano, please, before you go, tell me why, or tell us why the government incarcerates, why the government detains, why the government pushes or punishes the people who choose to peacefully go against corruption.
Thank you very much.
There is no football match that would happen without a fight. And this culture has also continued. In some cases, there are very valid reasons. But the leadership may not necessarily be totally because of bad faith. It might be to protect you people. Finish your exams and course, because for us it was free. Nobody paid the money, but now your parents are paying. There might be issues that you can resolve without necessarily being violent. Some of us, if you want to think anger, some of us have had more anger than you, and we have fought wars. But we know what should drive you up to that extent. So don't pretend to be angry when you are only being at times manipulated. They are wrong people. You may on the surface of it look at corruption, yes, but there are people who have their own agendas. And why does the government take charge and say, no, that demonstration shouldn't be there? Don't think these intelligence outfits are there for nothing. Some of them have got impeccable intelligence that you don't have. I had the opportunity of being in one of the intelligence services at a certain level. So I know how the wrong people manipulate innocent souls like you, because you think you can speak some English, you've been to the university, you can see things on the top, but people have their own agendas.
Is it possible for us to actually have a peaceful protest protected by the military? Because we had the president say that some elements were trying to disrupt the security of the country. And we just had the Kampala Defense and Security Expo that ended a day ago. So can we have the military protect us and we peacefully protest as we are marching towards Parliament? Is that possible? And then the last one would be, is it possible? This one goes to either, actually yes, to the State House Anti-Corruption Unit. Is it possible for you to actually appeal to the president? Let's make an example. We've had parliamentarians get in front of people and they're saying, it's better for you to steal and share with your people instead of not stealing. We've had people who have blatantly gone out and shown that they've been corrupt, but nothing's happening to them. And that's why you're finding it's trickling down into us. We're accepting that corruption is a fact of life. So can we have an example made of some of the big fish so that we can actually instill fear into the population and corruption can be done away with?
If our intelligence is right and your demonstration is just, you don't even need to be guarded. The other day, the president said they carried out a procession with Colonel Nakalema, I think it was 2018, 2019. Yes, he is the first to go ahead, and he has demonstrated it before. So why would anybody not join you? We are completely against the corrupt, completely. And the corrupt are the few. The majority are the victim. So there is nobody who wouldn't come to, and you don't need members. But we shall bring out those members when the police says, please bring the members. It seems in this procession, Kampala might go on flames. You heard what happened in Kenya. Can we wait for such a situation? No, not here.
On the issue of corruption nationwide, I support Museveni, which is not a crime. I know Muzei is aged, is now like a grandparent. He is not so strong. He may not do all the things, but let's fight corruption with evidence. Let's don't say this speaker what. Present evidence. People are here. Reach out to them. So I went to meet the speaker. The speaker asked this. This is the evidence we are WhatsApping. They will have where to start from. But blackmailing people's name, corruption, what? Because of politics, ideologies, it's not good. For me, I believe we need a leader who is very, very strong to end corruption. And that's why for me I'm saying Muhoozi will do this. Thank you.
We've seen a lot of injustices portrayed to these people, and it is not nice. And I would like to disagree with someone who says we need evidence to fight against corruption. I don't think that is proper because these things are in front of our eyes. Why do we need evidence to speak against things that are not right in our country? Thank you.
The government has tried its best to fight against corruption, but in actual sense, it has failed. Yes, it has tried, but it has failed. Now I think it's high time that maybe the government should rest its case and give it to the Gen Zs or give other capable people because it has failed.
It's not my government because I don't support NRM. I support NUP. Which is not bad. Actually, and the reason why I'm asking this is because I come from that side of Blenga, and when I'm coming, I come across swamps, and that will be this swamp. Nema people are deconstructing people's houses. And the fact is, companies, big companies like Supreme, Starbucks, Nasana, they are not deconstructed. But the poor people are suffering in this government. Why? And actually, not all of you people who are in that government came from rich families.
but you are squeezing the poor people to the wall. But I tell you, one day, one time, your turn will come.
The moment you divide yourselves, for some of you to march to the streets, others to go even beyond what is expected of tradition and values, stripping themselves naked to march, meanwhile that one also is corruption. Because in Greek there's the Latin word of corruption, corruptus, where we derive the word corruption. When you go deep to understand it, it means something broken, something that is not whole. So once you have stripped yourself naked, you are already broken in morals, therefore you are corrupt. So you cannot fight corruption when you yourselves are not better organized. We have taken note of all that you have put to us as government. Allow me make some correction, maybe give some information to my young son, but an empowered elite of Nup, who said that that one time our government will go and they will come and clean up. Us as military officers, we belong to the state of you. we don't go with the governments. Not to say that we are not serving this government. We are serving in this government, but we are also meant to serve all governments. However, never ever tell a military officer that you are going, because who will protect you when you come? We will not go anywhere. We are going to be here.
So this is the launch of the National Students Participation against, or in the fight against corruption, Office of the Guild President of Makerere University, and in conjunction with the leadership of Uganda National Students Association, in conjunction with NDC, and then there is National Youth Council. The Guild President of Makerere is signing. And then the UNSA President, President of all the students in this country. Okay. Thank you very much. The Dean of Students, Makerere University.